All right, let's do a few laps of Thompson Speedway. This is the fast group. Hopefully you can see my hands. I'm going to describe a few techniques, particularly using the brakes, and I want you to notice clutchless upshifting when I get up to speed. So we pit out, staying all the way to the right, go around turn 1. In case somebody was at speed, they could go around me to the left and still stay about middle of the track, come in tight to turn 2, and now I get up to speed. So here I'm going to trail brake lightly. Again, my tires are cold, and I'm just going to transition smoothly to the throttle. Get most of my braking done straight up and down, and I trail off the brakes as I lean the bike more. This turn 5, this is a big trail braking turn. Again, I'm sort of warming my tires up. There's also double apex. You look all the way up for the second cone, the second apex. And you square the bike off, the corner off, sort of make it a V underneath the bridge. A lot of late apex turns. So here you're going to also listen to my throttle. I goose the throttle to get the bike to stand up. So picking up the throttle, one click at a time. Decelerate to help the bike turn. Get right back on the gas. Little wheelie over the crest. Three downshifts, no throttle blipping necessary. You can throttle blip if you want, but I choose not to. Accelerate hard right here, just sort of go to feather the throttle a little bit to help make that turn in turn 2. Trail brake a little bit into turn 3, let the bike go wide. Accelerate hard up to turn 4. Trail braking. Here, picking up the throttle. The bike go wide. Setting up to turn 5. And I'm already starting to brake. I'm on my knee. Let the bike come out. Past halfway around the middle of the track. And I'm going to trail brake here. Gets pretty bumpy, so I'm off the brakes pretty soon. I'd rather be on the throttle over the bumps than the brakes. Really no sense, no need to brake there. It just sort of settles the bike a little bit, so I just barely touching the brake pads to the rotors. Full throttle, decelerate to get the bike to turn, and get right back on the gas. Upshift, wheelie. So I only got up to 50 at that time. Usually I get up to 6 and can do 3 downshifts. So I needed 2. Got up to about 136 miles an hour on the speedometer. Probably realistically about 125. Trail braking here. Kind of missed that apex. Would have gotten in tighter normally. There goes my buddy Paul. So freaking fast. I blew that. So he's on the gas earlier by a half a second, and that's what gets the result. As he pulls away. Again, just settling the bike a little bit. Pick up the gas right there to get it to pick up. Start picking up the throttle. Full throttle right here. Decelerate, get the bike to turn. Pick up the throttle again, let the bike go wide. Drop the bike in nice and quick. Pick up the throttle nice and early. Trail brake in here, right up to the apex, pick up the throttle nice and smooth. transitioning from the brakes to the throttle. I'm braking mostly straight up and down, but I'm trailing off. Still going off probably like another 5 miles an hour while I leaned over quite a bit. Again, sort of came in a little wide here. Scrub up a little bit more, despite trail braking a little bit longer. Again, just trail braking right here, just to scrub out the speed to get myself leaned over. Dragging my knee all the way through here. Full throttle. Again, a little bit of scrubbing. You know, the bumps, you don't want to be on the brakes hard over those bumps. You see Paul's out of sight now. He's just so quick on the gas. So 3 downshifts, looking to the apex cone, looking toward the exit cone, looking toward turn 2. Get in tight, let the bike go wide. Trail brake in, the brakes helps the bike turn. But when you're hard on the brakes, you can't turn quick. But you got the geometry on your side to help the bike kind of pivot around the front tire. I'm not hitting that corner as precisely as I usually do. See if we can get that fixed next time. Then we got Dave from Bell Helmets. CCX boots in front of us on his motard. Downshift, you can notice it goes 1, 2, 3. So it's in that sort of frequency. I can get the first 2 done pretty quick. And I use the engine braking to help stabilize the bike. It's like rear wheel braking. Here's our buddy Rob on his stock SV. So this is how you hit turn 5. More like in the inside, bring it out and bring it right back in. So it's a nice big V. So I'm going to give Rob plenty of room. Full throttle. Decelerate again. I'm going to scrub up a little speed, just a little bit. Pick up the throttle as quickly as I can. Quick turn from left to right. On the gas, full throttle right here. Quick deceleration to help the bike turn in quick. Again, 1, 2, 3. If you do it in that sequence, and you're not going to lock the rear wheel. This bike does not have a slipper clutch, so timing of your downshifts, especially if you don't blip, is pretty important. A lot of discussion about blipping, to blip or not to blip. If you blip, you give up engine braking. I utilize it, not really as much to slow, although it does get used that way, but it's more for stability. Okay, it looks like we got a KTM in front of us, maybe 1190 and a S1000R. So, how I get by these guys is not about a drag race, it's about getting on the throttle sooner than they do. I'm going to set this guy up. already on the gas. Yeah, I was on the gas a good half a second before he was. I'm just setting him up. On the gas harder. So I got by him really on the brakes, but I couldn't have gotten by him if I hadn't got a run up on him. Here's Bruce on his S1000RR. You see how he cut that turn at the end? He's working too hard. Let the bike go wide and bring it back in. Yeah, and with Bruce is another one, I'll just kind of creep up on him. This is a no passing area, so I'm not going to attempt any move on him. So he goes wide for that corner, so before he tips in, I go up the right side of him. If you see the handlebars wiggling under the throttle, the front tire gets pretty light. I came in there pretty quick, so I wasn't able to get the benefit of the stability of a good boost to the throttle. Trail brake, get off the brakes pretty quick. Even though you trail brake, you're really only braking up to the apex. So it's not really a long trail braking. Like this one's a little bit longer. Like here I'm trail braking up to the cone, the apex cone. So some of these corners you actually are trail braking a lot longer. This one's pretty quick. I only kind of brake until I tip in and then I release the brakes. This one I'm going to trail brake a little bit deeper. I'm picking up the throttle. Let the bike go wide. Full throttle. Now some people are coming in here faster than I am because they just have either a lot more nuts or they got a bike that's set up a little better than mine. The Street Triple is pretty good, but it's not great. It's no race bike by any means. Second flag. We'll go right on in. I hope you enjoyed that. Hope it's instructional. If you've been always thinking about coming to a track day, come on up ahead. We'll help you out. First time on the track, that's what we specialize in at Tony's Track Days. Also, you can read all about track days and techniques I'm talking about on ridinginthezone.com. Over and out.